Welcome back. Let's get straight into our second Impact conversation. Now, February the 9th, the world commemorates Safer Internet Day, and this year marks the 18th edition of the day. So with the theme, Together for a Better Internet, the day calls upon all stakeholders to join together to make the internet a safer and better place for all, especially children and young people.
Well, starting as an initiative of the EU Safe Borders project back in 2004 and taken up by the InSafe network as one of its earliest actions in 2005, the Safer Internet Day has grown beyond its traditional geographic zone and is now celebrated in 170 countries worldwide. And with the internet, we can connect to people faster, find things easier, and transfer information at the speed of light, not to talk about money. These very positives of communication can become the issues of safety.
Now, so much of our private lives and information get transferred over the internet. Safer Internet Day reminds us to protect ourselves and our loved ones from the dangers like cyberbullying, identity fraud, and more. Each year, Safer Internet Day aims to raise awareness of emerging online issues and current concerns. Our guest is Oluwaseun Oluboyo. He is the Chief Technology Architect for ipNX Nigeria. He describes himself as a technologist at heart with special emphasis on uncovering new applications to better the society, the social, economic, and development capabilities of the world around him. Seun, welcome to Breakfast Central. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, let's go
Good morning, Seun. Now, the Safer Internet Day has become, a global commemoration with the aim of driving attention to the better usage of the internet. Now, why is it even such a day? Why is such a day necessary in the first place?
Thank you for the question. So a day like the Safer Internet Day is necessary to raise our collective awareness around online safety. So the threats are increasing, and we need to understand how we can contribute, each and every one of us, all the parties on the internet, to creating a safer and better internet. A day like this calls stakeholders together to address the issues by discussing our various roles, and is designed to reach out to everyone: young people, parents and caregivers, industry, teachers, policymakers, and everyone, to encourage them to play their own part in making the internet a safer and better place to be.
All right, so you talk about reaching out to those who will make the internet a safer part, but let's look at what the issues are. The internet has been an amazing invention. The fact that I can sit in my house and shop and everything is delivered. The fact that I can connect with somebody across the world to tell or talk to them about what issue is going on there. But for us, particularly on the continent, what are the issues with the internet that call for concern?
So the issues with the internet amount to how the internet is used, right? We depend a lot on the internet, like you said, for various transactions, personal and commercial. But there are a lot of unsavory characters that are lurking around on the internet, looking to defraud, to attack unsuspecting users of the platform. These malicious users leverage a variety of technologies, including websites and software, everywhere in Africa and across the world. So these issues include things like phishing and various types of scams, hacking, spam emails, business email compromise, catfishing, identity threats, cyber harassment and bullying, online predation of children, among other things. Just the interview you just had a minute ago, he was talking about how someone was using crypto to defraud others. And that, again, is an element of the kind of issues we have on the internet. Well,
most of it also regards the protection of young children, which, like you said, are faced with so many dangers, catfishing and, predators everywhere. So how do we, get to really enlighten them to become safer with the internet and educate them on, internet protection for their own sake?
Okay, so parenting, and so the role of parents and guardians is very, very key. Right? They are encouraged to have very clear and honest conversations with their words, to educate them on the existence of these cyber threats, on how to spot them and how to avoid them. And I think even more importantly, children and young people need to be guided on how to go about reporting incidents as they occur, so that they don't try to handle these things themselves. Parents also have the role of observing their children. So monitoring and supervision is very, very critical. Children should not be allowed to be on the internet all by themselves. And parents should be on the lookout when their children start behaving strangely, either showing aversion to the use of technology or just wanting to be away for some reason or the other because they may be victims of cyberbullying in such situations.
And it's interesting you mentioned cyberbullying, you mentioned cyber predators as well that look out for children, phishing scams. We're seeing so many things that not just young children, but even adults are falling for. But with the issue of cyberbullying, it's really in the news a lot. And we've seen young children even commit suicide because of it. There's also the issue of hacking, whether it's businesses or personal information. So for instance, in Nigeria, what are the laws and legislation, if there are any, that deal with issues such as cyberbullying, such as hacking, such as catfishing? What about African governments? Are they really taking the issue of internet safety for their citizens seriously? Are we all just looking to clamp down on social media because we don't like the fact that citizens are now talking back?
Well, so in Nigeria, we do have laws. We have the Cyber Crimes Prohibition and Prevention Act of 2015 that clearly prohibits these activities. It is a very comprehensive framework that addresses all the various aspects of cybercrime, including cyber stalking and hacking and other unlawful access to computer systems. At the continental level, there's the African Union Convention on Cybersecurity and Personal Data that covers much of the same ground. These laws are there, but we need to ensure that they are constantly updated because the threats themselves are constantly evolving and that they are adequately enforced. So enforcement of the laws, of the existent laws, are a key part of tackling these issues, as is updating them. And then the citizenry in general also need to be educated on internet safety, on the behaviors that we should adopt when we're using the internet, because technology is not bad in itself, but how people use it. That means that people may be able to protect themselves by using technology in a safer way. And also, in addition, I believe our governments can do more in educating people on the safe use of the internet and how to report incidents when they occur, so that we can actually track these things and bring them to closure and provide a deterrent to those who would seek to commit harm leveraging the internet.
All right, Seun, so it's Safer Internet Day. It's the 18th edition. It started, with the EU initiative back in 2004. We've seen 18 editions so far. How far have we gone, with these initiatives? 18 years now, Safer Internet Day. Does it look like we've made progress, marking this milestone each and every year till now and perhaps beyond?
Well, I believe we have. So we're having this conversation right now. The awareness is increasing. It is becoming a groundswell.
Yeah, 170 countries.
Pardon?
170 countries so far, beyond where it started from.
Countries around the world, including Nigeria. So it is very clear that the word is getting out, that the internet can be an unsafe place at times, and we need to get serious about having conversations, very serious conversations, as to how to be safe on the internet and how to tackle issues that arise from internet use.
All right, Seun, as we wrap up, I'll rather lump two questions very quickly together. Parents, guardians, teachers who are watching, what advice or tips would you give them when it comes to protecting their wards or making sure that their wards are safe online? And in all honesty, adults, we're also falling for scams. We're also finding ourselves on the wrong side of the internet. So what tips would you also give adults to stay safe quickly as we wrap up?
So for parents and guardians, supervision and monitoring, it is very important to be with these youngsters when they're on the internet, to not leave them unsupervised, because a lot of the attacks aimed at young children are crafted. So things like games, they appear to be games and things like that. And of course, young people get excited. They want to play the latest game and, oh, this thing looks shiny and pretty. But adults are able to read between the lines. And so supervision is very important, in addition to having those conversations. As for adults, the same rules apply. We have to supervise ourselves. We have to be careful of what you put on the internet. So private information should be kept outside the public domain as much as is possible, because the internet never forgets, right? It has a very long lifetime. So even on our social media interactions, we should be respectful at all times. We should be careful what we put out there. Other tips include be careful of the kind of emails that you open. Don't open email attachments from parties unknown to you. Be careful of the internet access you use. So public connection should be used suspiciously. Do your trading and transactions on your secure websites. And above all things, just be kind and respectful to everybody you find on the internet.
Thank you.